the biggest thing I want to talk to the creators of the film about is the return to 2D animation.
Right.
How I know this is like the original spirit of Walt Disney. Like, what was you guys' inspiration for doing all this?
Certainly, we love 2D animation. I mean, that's our whole background with The Little Mermaid and Aladdin, and that's what inspired us to want to work at Disney when we were kids with Pinocchio and
Sleeping Beauty. We saw it around the same time when we were kids, and we loved those movies. They seem very real and very alive to us. Yeah.
And we were really sorry to see it leave Disney. About 6 years ago, the studio kind of made the decision to kind of really just stop doing hand-drawn animation. And it was very sad for, I think, for the people who do those kinds of movies. It was, I think, a little sad for the audiences too, because it is a beautiful art form and it's so associated with Disney. And we didn't know if it would really ever come back, and it's really thanks to John Lasseter. The irony is all of his great success to this point has been with digital films, with the Pixar films. But John loves hand-drawn animation.
I went to school with John at CalArts, and we studied hand-drawn animation there side by side, and he loved that. Eventually got into computers, but he's never lost his love for hand-drawn animation. And when we came back to the studio, we pitched this idea to him as a hand-drawn movie, and he really embraced it. He said, I'd love to see this be a hand-drawn film. And we tried to exploit what hand-drawn does so well in terms of creating the atmosphere and characters that are very sort of squashy and stretchy and kind of cartoony and expressive. I think hand-drawn animation can do human characters in some ways easier than computer films can, where sometimes the difference between a real person and the computer version sometimes can look a little funny, whereas if you do a hand-drawn version of a person, you're more accepting of that kind of translation.